My name's Kayla.
And I'm Lexi.
And welcome to the pod.
Ignore my hair. I recently just got a perm. And if you know anything about perms, there's that 48-hour grace period, right? So I can't wash it and I can't put water in it. And I'm trying to be very patient because I look like a very dirty poodle. But it's okay. We're gonna work with it. It's not gonna look this stringy. I looked it up. Stringy and like the ends are like starting to go like kind of flat. It's not supposed to look like that. That's like in the first 48 hours of like the curing. There's like a curing process when it comes to a perm, I guess.
Yes.
And I have to wait, but you know, when you go to a salon, they're not going to sit there and finger coil every single one of your curls, and that's what I want. I want thicker, more lusher hair. So stay tuned for that, because when I do get a chance to actually wash it, I will be spending great time on it to get this not looking so dirty and raggedy. I feel like
I'm I'm excited. I'm excited to see it when it all comes together. And you know what's crazy? I used to get perms when I was like in middle school, but the opposite, straightening perms.
Oh, okay.
I used to get straightening perms because I just didn't want to deal with my curls. And now that I have like because like once you get a perm, like a straightening perm, you can't do anything to that hair until it grows out because the chemicals.
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't like dye it. I couldn't do anything to it because if those two things mix, you can lose all your hair. So I used to just get like, you know, straightening perm after straightening perm after straightening perm. And then the past like 5 years, like 7 or 8 years, I haven't had any kind of perm. So my hair is like fully from my root all the way down is all new growth. I just kept getting trims and trims and trims.
Yeah.
So now my hair is just completely like curly. People will be like, I love your waves. How do you do that? Like maybe it's natural. Yeah. It's just a curl I'm trying to slick back. Like I don't go and be like doing the little finger waves, you know, the like in the 70s. I don't do that.
My slick back.
Oh my, I don't do that. But like, yeah, it's so crazy because like I used to hate having curly hair, and now I'm like, oh, it's hard styling curly hair though.
It is. I bought a lot of products. I'm ready for the overall, but I want those like thick, luscious. I mean, like she put a lot of layers. Like it's hard to maybe see on the camera, but there's a lot of layers up here. So once I can get into it, it's supposed to look very curly, and my bangs are done too. So it's supposed to look like I want to look like I stepped out of the 80s.
And from someone who has like naturally curly hair, I feel like you should let me like try.
Oh, you could do whatever you want.
Let me try it out.
Yeah, you can play with
because I feel like I could make some shit happen.
It's a little stringy right now, but
yeah, because I feel like they're just getting like, where'd you go?
I went to Venice in Valpo.
Venice. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, so it's hard to find someone who will perm your hair around here. I called around and like, no. And in Venice and Valpo, she said that she's done a few long ones. She mainly gets a lot of like teenage boys right now.
Oh,
but she said perms are so much fun. She said it's just hard to do with some people because, you know, everyone's into right now getting their hair really blonde and everything. And when you have blonde bleached hair, you can't get a perm when you have bleached hair because it won't curl. And my hair, I didn't dye it really blonde, but I did have black hair before, and we lightened it probably about 1.5 years ago. And so when she was examining my hair, she's like, you know what? She goes, I don't think that's gonna be a big issue because she's like, it's more of like really blonde hair. Like you're not blonde, you're brown, and your hair feels pretty healthy. So I think we're gonna be able to get a good lift from you. So I was like, let's go for it. I'm like, I don't even care what I look like. I've cut my hair to look like Pink, the rock star.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like I don't care what I look like. Like it grows.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, like it don't matter to me. I can look like anything.
I've been thinking about doing something different with my hair. I just don't know. Like literally, I've been going through the fucking ringer this like past month. So I feel like when I go through like things and I get like in like kind of a depressive like episode or something, I feel like I need to do something to like change my look or something like drastic. Maybe that's being manic. I have no idea. But I'm thinking like I want to get a tattoo. I want to cut a bob. Like I don't know, fuck ass bob. Yeah. I want to do something. I don't know what it is. Like I know I need to like re-dye my like money pieces up here. You can kind of tell like the color. It's like caramely, but it's like still receding back because my hair like obviously is grown.
Are you like not into doing braids?
Oh my god.
Are you not a braid girly?
I've never gotten braids before.
Yeah.
I would love to get some braids.
Like you've never gotten like twisties or anything
well,
like that?
My mom's Hispanic, so I was never really introduced to like the African American side of my family, I guess you can say. I mean, I knew them when I was like a lot younger, but when I moved to Indiana, it was a lot harder to like find that community to like do my braids and do all that stuff because my mom didn't know how to do like I guess my mom didn't know how to take care of my hair, like in braiding like wise and stuff. So she would just do her own little hairstyles that she was familiar with, like in protective hairstyles. But as far as like getting long braids and like all those crazy different cool
Mm-hmm.
hairstyles, she didn't know how to do them. So I kind of didn't grow up with them. So maybe that's why I was like so hell bent on always getting my hair straightened. It was just so much easier,
Mm-hmm.
than actually having to deal with my curls, because I wasn't really raised too much to like know a lot about that. My
Mm-hmm.
mom has very like wavy hair. It's like wavy, but she has no kind of like thick curl or like
Mm-hmm.
coarseness or, protective hair, like I was saying. And like it's so crazy because I just now started doing like the whole bonnet thing for
Oh,
bed.
really?
Like I didn't even grow up doing that. I didn't know anything about that. Like I would see it, but I would think like, oh, I had to have like, braids in, or I have to have a hairstyle in order for me to need that,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, actually just protects your hair. Like anybody can just use it. It protects your hair from like snagging on the cotton pillow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have one.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, I had no idea that I even needed to use that. So now I feel like I'm learning so much now in my adult life than I did when I was like growing up, honestly. So yeah. But back to the braids, like I really do want to get some braids. Like I'm thinking of my cruise when it comes up. I want to get some
Yeah.
long bust down, like honey braids.
I feel like you'd look really good with like the
Yeah.
bohemian style.
Oh
You know
God.
what I mean? You know
Yes,
what I'm
but then I
talking about
hear
with the curls?
people have nightmares with those little pieces. I heard they
Mm-hmm.
get tangled and so frizzy and like ridiculous. Because you can't just go through and like brush. You have to go through each individual curl and like re-spiral it and like comb through it because you have braids, so you can't
Maybe
go
you
through
can
it.
do like a light bohemian, you know what I mean? Like some people probably go heavy with it, but
Yeah,
I wonder if there's a way to go light with those twisty
maybe. And I
outs,
have
you
to get
know?
human hair.
Yeah.
I think the problem is like the synthetic that people get sometimes. That's how it can get kind of like,
Knotted.
because you know how it's like when you have like a Barbie doll or something. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure it's different hair, but you know how it can get really easily
Mm-hmm.
knotted.
Are you tender
Um,
headed?
no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, I'm
With
tender
curly hair,
headed.
you cannot be tender headed.
Oh, I'm tender headed.
Oh, girl, trials and tribulations with my curly hair. It's ridiculous, but yeah, like my hair, it's like one of those things where I have so much shrinkage, so
Mm-hmm.
much fucking shrinkage. Like my hair is probably like right here, probably, but like when my hair is like fresh, it's like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's terrible. So it's so hard to wear my hair down because my hair is so like tightly curled. I wish
Yeah.
I had a looser curl because then it would actually have some length and it'd be cute. But it just always looks like an afro because it's so
Mm-hmm.
curly. Like my curl is like tight from the very like scalp
Yeah.
all the way to the very end.
Yeah, I feel like you should try some. I feel like you'd fuck up some braids. I really do.
I probably would,
That
honestly.
would be
But
so
it's like
freaking cute.
also braids are like, I don't know who the hell to go to. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how you know who's actually good, how you know who's actually gonna
You
do a
could
good
probably do one
job.
of those like what is it, ISOs on Facebook, like
Hmm.
a braider
Yeah.
for like African American
Hmm.
hair, and I bet you that a bunch of people would be like, "This is who I go to
It
to
just
see."
makes me so nervous because
It, yeah.
there's ones that I've tried to like look into and they all have like their bookings online and stuff and it'll be like bring your own hair, bring your own. I'm like, girl, I don't even know what to even get. I don't even know what kind of hair
Hmm.
I would need. Like,
You could probably go to like an M&M
yeah.
and ask them. Like, there's
Hmm.
that one in Maryville, and they
Yeah.
would probably like hook you up. Be like, I'm getting my hair done.
Yeah.
I've never got it done.
It's
Like,
just like nerve wracking,
help
I
me, girl.
guess.
What kind of hair do
Because
I
like I
get?
feel like as someone who like should know about their own hair, about
Hmm.
their own hair, about like how it should be protected and everything. I feel like going to someone who deals with that daily is kind of like I feel embarrassed not knowing. You know what I mean?
I don't think you should feel
I know,
embarrassed.
but it's just like a feeling deep down where I'm like, they're gonna be like, "Girl, how do you not even know about like?"
Like me going to a salon for this is my first time at an actual salon. I've
Yeah,
never been to a hair salon.
never. Who
No.
cut your hair? You?
You?
You bitch?
You? No, I used to go to this girl ever since I was 9, and I still go to her. She does my mom's hair, she does my hair, she does my family hair, but she's out in Valpo, and she has her own little thing in her house.
Oh,
She does
cute.
like in her basement, like her basement where you actually used to walk in and it was like a mudroom or storage room.
Hmm.
Her husband converted it into a whole room for like hair. Like he installed a sink for her and a counter and got her a chair, and she has a little TV. So I've been going to her, but she doesn't specialize in doing perms, and she was like, I'm kind of like scared to do a perm on you, to be honest. So that's when I went to someone else and they did the perm.
Hmm.
But I was like, this is my first time ever at a
I know.
salon
I
to get
didn't
my
even know
hair
you were
done.
doing it. I saw you post the video and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
At first, when I first seen it, I thought you got a mullet.
Yeah.
It is a mullet.
No.
Oh my god, you say yeah. I But you're like, yeah. And I was like, oh,
Yeah,
what's up?
it kind of because it's the layers. Like these are the layers
Yeah.
I have in it. So I told her, I'm like, go Larry, go fun.
So like today's your last day being having to have it dry.
I have to wait until after play around 2ish
Oh
tomorrow,
my
2 p.m.,
gosh.
and then I can wash it. But I have all the stuff ready to go.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I got Marc Jacobs Strictly Curls shampoo and conditioner.
Mm-hmm.
I got this leave-in conditioner. I forget what the brand is, and then I got this. It's called the Curl Friend. It's this
Mm.
cream. I like went down a perm TikTok like reels and got these products, and then I'm eventually gonna buy a keratin treatment for like you do hair masks once a week.
Mm-hmm.
But
You should really get a diffuser for your hair.
I have one.
You have one already
I
that
have
sticks to it.
yeah.
Like, do you have one that just goes on your regular
Yeah.
blow dryer, or is it all one piece?
I have one that goes on my
Mm-hmm.
on my
Oh, because
blow
those are
dryer.
like amazing. Because
Yeah.
I feel like your hair, like you put the product in and then you scrunch it, but then it like weighs, because you have product in it. So it's like your
Mhm.
curls aren't as bouncy. But if you have the
Mhm.
diffuser, it's like
Yeah.
drawing it
I
into
bought a
that
diffuser
curl.
years ago because I actually have somewhat curly hair, just
Yeah.
nothing to this extent. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to heighten it. So I actually used a diffuser a couple times, and then I have a bonnet, and I have all the
Yeah.
gasmits and gizmos.
I'm excited for you. That makes me kind of want to embrace my curls. But like I said, it's so hard. I'd have to do like oh girl, I'd have to do like section by section, put like a
That's
cream
what I'm
in,
probably gonna have to
coil
do.
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Whenever
gonna
I
have
say
to do.
coil, I think of like coils. Like, come on, Goyles. Like, like the minions. Goyles. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Wait, the guy, what's his name? Groot? Is that his name?
Yeah.
That has the pointy nose?
Yes.
He always says Goyles.
Goy
Because he has,
girls.
yeah, but he says Goyles.
Goyles. Girls. Goyles.
Oh my god. Anyways, every time I say that, I'm a fucking weirdo. But yeah, so I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your journey, and you'll have to come over so I can like do something. Like I want to like be able to like get my hands in
Mhm.
there. My friend actually has long her hair's like right here, okay, and it's curly. And I actually went through and I blew the whole thing out, and it was like down to her waist by the time I was done. It
Oh
took me like
wow.
3.5 hours, but
Okay.
it was so fun. I give really good blowouts too with my Dyson. I can fuck some shit up.
Hmm.
So there you go. I can
You're
fuck
like
some
that.
shit up.
They're like that's on the table.
Yeah, but I mean, I am excited for you. That's gonna be really exciting to be able to like play with your hair and stuff. Something new and different. We get
Mhm.
tired of the same old thing. Like me, I'm a slick back till I fucking die kind of girl. I'm
Mhm.
slicking back almost every day. That's terrible for me. My hairline's screaming and yelling like, "Bitch, stop!"
Stop.
But like, I just can't. It's just so easy. My hair's so like curly. It just makes it just
Yeah.
easy. You know what I mean? But I need to start like embracing it more. I really do because I'm gonna person also. This is gonna get deep, guys. I'm sorry. I saw this thing on TikTok. I see a lot of stuff. I'm a TikTok connoisseur. I'm always on TikTok,
Mhm.
which is terrible for me. Which brings me to another thing. I'm all over the place. I'm into a book now. I'm reading my first book.
Yay!
Yeah, my friend and I started reading a book. Oh my god, I forgot what it's called. I'm still in the beginning process. I'm in the first like 2 chapters. Went to Barnes and Nobles and we got a book, and she's gonna read it on her Kindle, and then I'm gonna read it like a paper copy because my
Mhm.
first book. Like I need to like actually get into it, like you know what I mean. Reread certain parts to like understand, make sure you know what I mean. Just I don't know. I just want a regular book, but we're gonna like meet up every week and kind of talk about the book, keep me accountable. Like okay, I have to like finish this chapter so we can have like the conversation about the book when it's done, you know. But I forget the name of the lady, but she has a series. It's like Long Shot, Hook Shot.
Like the hockey series?
No,
Is
it's
it
like
is it like a romance novel?
like a romance kind of, but it's like real life, like this one I'm reading right now. It's about a man and this woman. They're once married, they got divorced, they have 2 kids. They own like a restaurant in Atlanta together though still. It was always like their dream to have a restaurant. So they're divorced, but they still have the restaurant. They still like work on it, they still co-parent. And she's just now figuring out because he's like starting to date that she doesn't like that he's dating. So she's thinking that like maybe there's some kind of like underlying things that are like need to be worked out. Like why does she still care about his love life when they've been
Mhm.
divorced for like 2 years? And it's kind of hinting at the fact that they had a big loss, like maybe they lost a child or something. Um, like that's why they got the divorce. Something terrible happened that just like kind of drew like a huge wedge in between them, but it's still the very beginning, so it kind of like hints toward things until it actually comes down to that point where it tells you everything. But it's actually really good. But I heard all of her books are very like intense, I guess. They're very
Mm.
intense. They can be really sad. They're just like really in depth. They're hard books to read sometimes. So
Mm.
it's kind of a crazy one for my first one, but I was like, you know what? Like, let's just get into it. I need something that's like probably like gonna be like, whoa, to make me feel like I want to read more and more and more. Because those little like love books and stuff, I mean, they're cute and everything, but like
You need to read
a rom com here and
Verity.
there.
You need to
Who?
read Verity. That's
Verity.
my first book
Wait,
ever,
is
and
that the one that
I
has like the
would
cherry blossoms in the front of it?
no, that's It Ends With Us. I have that upstairs.
Oh God, that movie. That movie was fucking sad.
You should read the second one. Like if you read the
Uh
first
huh.
book and then you read the second one, like after
Yeah.
she like it's like the end, it's like It Begins With Us, so it's her life with that guy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's that one's a good book, but Verity by Colleen Hoover is actually coming out in theaters in October. They're making a book out of it with some really great actors, and
Yeah.
I'm excited because that's my favorite book. That's the first one I've ever read, and it is I'm into like thrillers and like killings and like you don't know who to believe. Like there's two stories and
Get me the fuck out of here,
you're
please,
like
Pod. I'm scared.
and you're like, "Oh my gosh." Like I mean, I was reading Verity, and if you read Verity, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about. There's a scene in Verity where she's, with the husband and stuff and the wife, she's not able to move and she's all of a sudden the girl looks up and she's standing at the top of the stairs, and in the book I gasped because you don't expect that to be in the book. Like it was like this woman's supposed to be chair-bound, she's dying. How is she standing at the top of the stairs? Type of thing. So it's like there's things that are like not
Yeah.
real. And even at the end of the book, there's like an ending scene at the end of the book, and it's like, wow, like you read this whole book thinking this one thing, and then there's this one letter from the mom that you're like, wait, did I just like make a giant mistake? Like, who do I believe?
That kind of reminds me of His and Hers. Did you watch that on
Mm,
TikTok? I mean, on Netflix. His and
mm-mm.
Hers. It's about how there was these like a girl and a guy, and they were like together at one point, and they got divorced. Kind of how the book is a little bit. But it's on Netflix, and basically like she was back in her hometown, which she hated because something really bad happened to her there. She pretty much got like raped or something like that, and her friends like set it all up just to like make fun of her, and they knew that something bad was going to happen to her, and they didn't help her. They recorded the whole thing when it was happening with the guys that did that to her, and she like kept it away for so long because I guess someone she like stole the tape so no one else can see that because they were spreading it or something like that. I'm not sure how it happened, but her mom never knew about it. And when she was there were all these like random killings that were happening, and her ex-husband was a police officer. So he was starting to think like, was it her because she had beef with all these girls,
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, no, like I'm just here for, I forget why she was like back in town. I have no idea. But in the very, very end, it ended up being her mom. Her little old mom was doing all the killings. So when that's just like fragile, you would never think of it. You would never, but I guess she was in her room one
Mm.
day looking through all her old stuff, cleaning up, and she found the video. And so she hunted down every girl for her daughter. And she was like, no love is like bigger than a mom's love. Like I would do anything for you. And those girls hurt you so bad. And like you never even told me like that happened. So I killed them all for you basically. It was crazy.
I
I was
killed them all
like,
for you. Um,
damn, Mama
yeah,
Bear.
yeah, Verity's very, very in depth. But it
Yeah.
pretty much takes place as like a girl that writes books for a
Hmm.
living, like she's a writer for a living, and she gets this opportunity to finish this very well-known author's book series because the author is falling ill. So she has to go live at her house with her husband and her son.
I don't like that.
Yeah, she has to live at their house because all of the books have memoirs. She
Hmm.
keeps a bunch of notes. She has this giant book room. So that girl has to sit down and read through all of her books. She finds a journal from the mom, which the mom is incompetent of speaking, moving, everything. She's chair-bound. She has a nurse. So she's reading and she's in the woods. This is like in a woods in like a wooded area, right? She's reading all of these things that this mom said, and it is so messed up what this mom wrote down that the person there like starts to feel uncomfortable. She doesn't know who to trust. She doesn't know what to do. She's trying to let him know, the husband, that this is all happening. It's like some crazy, crazy stuff that she wrote.
Yeah.
And then at the end, there's a twist that made it seem like it was the husband that forced her to kind of leave because of things he was doing to her. It's really messed up. But it's
Yeah.
a good one. But there's scenes in there, like there's parts in that book that you're like, oh my God, like that just made my stomach hurt. Like, wow, that was an intense
Yeah.
scene that
And
she just like it's like, oh my God. Oh my God.
like this is my like first girl, this is my second book that I've read fully. Well, that's not like from school where you like How to Kill a Mockingbird or whatever. Remember, you had to do that in
Mm-hmm.
school. My first ever book that I ever finished completely was Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I
The
love that
blue
for
one. It
you.
was one of the blue books. And that was like the first one I ever read fully, and I felt so accomplished. I was like in fucking middle school. But this is like my second book that I'm reading on my own. Like I'm trying to finish the full thing. So I think really like at night doing 2 to 3 chapters a night is really like helping me. Like I have a whole
Mm-hmm.
routine. I also got like a devotional book, like so I can make devotionals to God and stuff. I got it at Barnes and Nobles as well. So I read like a scripture per day, and then someone from work actually gave me this method to do with it. It's called SOAP. So you have a sermon that stands for S, and then O is observe, and then A is apply. So you apply that sermon to your life. Like how does it kind of like what did you get? How can you reflect that into your life? What this sermon just said, you know? And then P, I think P is just like perceive. So you like write it down, I think, and you just perceive like how it made you feel, how you can apply it to your life, like how you kind of connected with God on that. So I've been trying to do that too. So every night I read my book and I have that. And it's good to like get yourself into like patterns, especially when you
Mm-hmm.
feel like you're like so stressed and stuff. That's like your time to kind of like wind down. Like you don't know what's going on with the rest of the
Mm-hmm.
day. Like you're confused, you're trying to go through life, you're going through things, but you know, like, okay, but when I get in that bed tonight, that is what's going to happen. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to read that book and then I'm going to do this. And it feels
Yeah.
good to have like an end point to your day. So that's what I'm trying to get into. I'm trying to get into that. The
Well,
book seems good. So,
once you finish that one, if you want any
mhm.
recommendations, I have things all the way from like, wow, that was a psycho killer, like
Yeah, I'm
killer,
scared.
to all the way to like, oh, that was like, oh, that was just a sprinkle of it. Like, I can handle that. And
Yeah.
I could tell you each individual ones. And I have ones I haven't read yet because I do audiobooks in the car. So I actually
Mhm.
listen to an audiobook in the car
Ooh.
and I read.
Mhm.
So right now I read a lot of Frida McFadden. A lot of Frida McFadden. She's like my number one right now.
Okay.
So I have like almost all her books upstairs. Because my mom and my aunt read Frida McFadden. So
Uh-huh.
when they're done, they add it to my library. So
Oh, okay.
I only read 1/10 of my library upstairs. Like I have a bookshelf with just all my
Yeah.
books. But highly recommend her books. But she I'm reading right now in my room at night. I read Dear Debbie, which is like a column that
Okay.
this girl writes. And I'm in the freshness of it, but that's one of her newer ones. And then I'm also listening to in the car. It's called The Divorce,
Okay.
and that one's by Frida McFadden, and it has parts. That's one thing I like about some of these books that Frida does is like I think that one Verity is like that too. There's part
Mhm.
one and part two, and they're told by two different people. So you start off with like the wife's
Oh.
perspective, and
Uh-huh.
then you're like, oh okay, and then you start off by like the actual like one that's in the house, the nanny's perspective, and
Mhm.
you're like, oh my gosh, like none of this is adding up.
Yeah.
It's very back and forth, but
That's very
it's very
interesting.
cool to see two different sides of it.
Yeah.
I like those.
Okay. So guys, as much as we love to yap and have like just freedom all over to just like get everything out, we literally go from topic to topic, but that's the fun part, like I said. Just literally yapping. We're certified yappers. But I do like to have some kind of like base to our podcast. So today I kind of want to have our segment be about protecting your peace.
Hmm.
I have here just some little things that I want to talk about, get into topics. So let's just get into it, okay? All right. So I'm gonna just state something and then we'll just talk about it.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
I got you.
So, okay, do you feel like it's okay? Do you feel like protecting your peace is becoming a way to avoid difficult conversations?
Depends on the topic. It really does for me.
Hmm.
Some things I'm very open about, but then once I'm open about it, I'm like, dang, I'm like that person did not want to hear me say that, or
Yeah.
that person does not agree with what I just said, or ooh, that was too TMI for them. So it really just like is other people's comfortability. Like I can obviously tell you things,
Hmm.
but maybe I couldn't tell my school friends those things because
Yeah.
like my coworkers because they might like look at me like, wow, you're like insane. So I have to like figure out what I say between certain
Yeah.
people in certain fields. There's like people that I feel really comfortable with where I can mess up on words and say certain things and look like a fool because I'm like, they don't care. But then there's other people where I feel like there's like a line where I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be judged
Yeah.
on what I say or anything like that. Like my husband's friends, they're cool and all, but if I mess up on one word, I'm never gonna hear the end of it. And that's just gonna piss me off.
Because like for me, when I think of like is protecting your peace becoming a way to avoid conversations, like I think I lean more to like people who, let's say, are going through something with their family, right? And
Mhm.
they're like, oh my god, like I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I don't like how they talk to me, however. But instead of them being like, hey, you know what, I'm actually going to go and call them and be like, don't do this anymore, and if you do it, we can't talk, you know. But
Mhm.
instead they kind of just do like, I'm just going to ignore them, like I'm protecting my
Oh, hell
peace.
no.
But I feel like, is that a way to avoid I mean, I feel like in some people, yes. Some people, it's easier for them just to be like, I'm just gonna like distance myself instead of having the hard conversations because people don't like confrontation sometimes.
Things like that eat at me.
They eat
And
at me
my
too. It's
husband knows
just,
they eat at
yeah.
me because he sees it like take a toll on me and
Hmm.
how hard it is for me.
Yeah.
Things like that will literally dig at me so hard and to a point
Yeah.
of like crashing out. And so I have to confront it.
I know.
Like I
And
confront it a lot. Like I've said a lot of things to a lot of people because it's bugged me, and my husband has vouched for me too because he's seen it bug me. So it's like I feel like it's important because
yeah.
if I find it important, he finds it important, and
And like, I
that's
mean, to
how it
each its
works.
own, you know, but I feel like just because you ignore the situation, it's not going to go away. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
You're just not going to hear about it right now. And
Mhm.
then it's going to come up again somehow. So it's like you
Yeah.
might as well just get it all out. But I can also see like why people are like, okay, like sometimes it's like you don't want to poke the bear, or also it's like you know that person that you need to like tell the truth to is going to be hostile, not want to hear it. So protecting your peace is a lot easier
Mhm.
because you're like, I know it's gonna turn into a
Yeah.
whole, I'm not going to convince you that you're being a bad person. You know what I mean? Like,
They like to play the victim.
yeah,
Like, "Oh my gosh, I did not do that. I did not mean
yeah,
that." Like, let's not play stupid.
yeah,
Like let's not play those games. Like you knew what you were doing.
yeah.
You're not my thing is one thing I say to a lot of people that I do have to confront is you're a highly intelligent woman. Please don't tell me you act stupid for fun
Mhm.
because you don't act stupid for fun. You're very intelligent. So why would you do that? You know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Like that's the difference. Is like they know they're doing it, but they want to act like, oh, like stop acting like a ditz.
yeah.
You do this for a living. You're not a fucking ditz.
I love that word,
Yeah,
ditz.
you're not a
Look at
ditz.
70s. The hairs bring it out. Okay, I guess I'll go to the next. This is kind of like having to do with it too, but do you think we're too quick to cut people off instead of walking through conflicts?
I give a 3 strike rule. I'm not fucking with you. I do 3 strikes. 3 strikes and you're done.
For me, like I used to be someone growing up, I was not confrontational. I would let people walk all over me, not give my input. Now I'm a certified bitch. Now I'm a certified bitch. Like literally, like people, sometimes they're like, "Oh, you have an attitude," or like, "Oh, you're rude." It's like, no, I'm not any of those things.
Hmm.
I'm just not letting you get away with things. I'm not letting you walk over me. I'm not letting you disrespect me. So just because, like, it's always like one of those things where it's like, they want to get mad at how you react, not at their behavior, and that's
Hmm.
with like anything. That's people that could be in my workplace, people that could be just at the grocery store, friends, family, you know what I mean?
Right.
But that's one of those things where it's like my life is, this sounds selfish, but it's about me, about how
It
I
is.
feel, about how I feel respected.
Yeah.
I can't just keep on like letting things just slide because of how you're gonna feel and what they're
Hmm.
gonna do. It's like it's my life. Like I have to go home at night and be in bed and think about it all night.
Hmm.
I'd rather be like, you know what, it's out on the
Yeah.
floor and it's said, and how you feel is how you feel, and how I
Hmm.
feel is how I feel, than be like, you know,
Yeah, I get that.
yeah,
I'm like a 3 strike kind of person. Like first time, okay, like if I call you out on it and you say you're sorry, cool. Let's not have it happen again. Second time, I'm like, okay, like we this already happened once
yeah,
before, different situation, but still happened before. Like, let's not do that again. Once it happens a third time, I kind of cut you off completely. I've done it with family.
hmm,
I've done about 4 family members. I've cut off, and I'm cool with them when I'm around them. Like they can come around me, and I'll like say hi and stuff like that. But I'm not wasting my time to call you and hang out with you or
yeah,
come over. I'm not gonna waste my energy or anything like that. Like I'm not.
yeah,
I'll be cordial with you in public and out in the open, but don't come over to my house and sit down on the couch and chat with me because I don't care what you
Yeah.
have to say. I don't care about your life.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, I could give less of a shit.
And like also, and my thing too is that it depends on the person. Like if you're just some person that's just like, maybe someone that's an acquaintance or something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to be like, okay, I'm just like,
Like, I don't
okay,
know you.
well, also, I'm more like forgiving on them than I am people that I'm closer with.
Really?
Yes, because this is my ideology of it. In my head, I'm like, okay, if you're an acquaintance, it's like, okay, you messed up, like, whatever. I don't really know your backstory. I don't really know what you're going through. I don't know your life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes hurt people. You know what I mean? And you never know what someone else is going through. So I'm like, okay, like, benefit of the doubt, I'll tell them how I feel. I mean, it probably won't even happen again. We'll get closer, whatever. I'm more forgiving. The people that I can't stand that do things to you or like your loved ones, your close friends, because it's like I would never do that to you. So why would you ever do that to me? And that's when I'm like, no,
That's
because
what I get. Yeah.
someone who's so close to me, like, why would you do that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're and
The
I get your whole
audacity.
like 3 strike thing that you do, but for me, it's like, but why would I'm always like, but why? But why would you do that? You know what I mean? Because there's things that I wouldn't even think about doing to you. So it's like
Yeah.
you just do it so graciously. Like clearly, like this isn't working out.
And even my mom knows that I'm this type of person because she's watched me do it. And obviously, I don't get this from my mother. My mother's a really sweet lady, but I'm the type of person where um Lexi won't forget. When I'm mad at people, my mom
Yeah.
tells people she's not gonna forget.
Hmm.
She may forgive you, but she's never gonna forget
I know.
how you treat her. And especially, I'm gonna say this to you because I know that you're trying to have a baby.
Yeah.
You're never going to forget how someone treated you when you were becoming a mother.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. And I have some animosity still to this day to certain people for how they decided to treat me during my pregnancy. And I
Yeah.
will never forget that or ever forgive them
Yeah.
for that.
And like for me too, I'm not pregnant. I was pregnant before, but also like how people were, you know, during my miscarriage, during my time of
Hmm.
infertility, you know what I mean? Which mind you, like I don't tell everybody my struggles and stuff like that, but the ones that do know, it's like how they move forward life, like through life, like knowing that
Hmm.
I'm going through certain things, you know? Like I had a really hard conversation with, some people in my family about like not being supportive enough for me,
Hmm.
of things that I'm going through. It's like it's draining, feeling like no one's ever there for you at the hardest times of your
Yeah.
life, but then they're the first ones to not tell you you're being there enough for them.
Yeah. You'll know who's in your court,
Yeah.
especially when you get like
Hmm.
start to have it when you're in a baby,
Yeah.
when you're pregnant and stuff.
Yeah.
Who's checking up on me?
Yeah.
Who's making sure I got everything I need?
Hmm. And I
Who's
don't
making
like
sure I'm
when it's like
okay?
a tit for tat too, where it's like, well, they're going through this, and it's like, okay, but like if
No.
someone's drowning in 10 foot of water, another person's drowning in 6 feet of water, they're both drowning, just different
Hmm.
floats.
We're all going through it.
Yeah, we're all
Like,
going through it, so it's just like,
doesn't mean you can't just say like, "Hey, how
yeah.
you doing?" Like,
Hmm.
you should like if you were pregnant, you shouldn't message me and be like telling, I should be the one messaging you if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like, you shouldn't message me, be pouring out how everything's
Yeah.
feeling. I should be the one checking up on
Yeah.
you and seeing
I
how
mean, and
you're
this goes
doing.
for different things. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
hard to be there for someone 24/7 when you're going through your own things too.
Mhm.
But it's like the ones that should be, like the family, like the
Mhm.
ones that should be, you know what I mean? Like friends come and go, different seasons of life, everyone's going through different things. They try to be
Mhm.
as much as they can, but the ones that should be there the most is what hurts the most, I feel like, cuz it's like I'm someone who's always there for everybody else, but like I
Yes.
find not a lot of people there for me. And I think it's because people think that like I'm so bubbly and outgoing and things like that. I don't need like reassurance. I don't need like help or friends or people. They're just like, oh, Kayla always seems so fine. And she just seems like
Mhm.
she's doing good. Like she's always, but it's like, I still need those things.
Yeah.
But I've also adapted my life so well into the point where like now I'm like, I feel like I can't even like I feel like I've adapted my life so well to where I'm just used to being kind of a lone wolf. So I just
Mhm.
know I cope in different ways than most people do. I
Mhm.
cope by myself a lot. Like I feel like it's hard to let my husband help me in times when I'm sad about different things because I'm so used to like doing things alone that it feels weird having someone
Mhm.
try to like help me because I have my own way of doing it.
Yeah.
But then it's like a cycle because you feel alone, but then you're like the person that's trying to help you, you're not letting them help you.
Yeah.
But then you're like, well, I feel alone. And they're like, well, I'm trying to help you, but I'm like, well, you don't know how to because I do it a weird way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
just so hard. But that's life. It's a constant like you're constantly learning every day.
Yeah.
So
It's like the simple of action of just asking someone like, "How are you doing so far in your pregnancy?" Like, and
Yeah.
if they're just like, "I'm good. It's just been rough." Well, how can I help you physically, emotionally,
Yeah.
mentally? How can I be there for you? Just give me a
Yeah.
task.
And this one kind of goes into that. Should family get more grace than strangers? 100% no.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would say no.
I feel like strangers get more grace because it's like, once again, I don't know you off the street, off of anything. I know
Mhm.
my family member. We've been through hell and back together before. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like, I would expect anything else from anybody else,
Mhm.
but I would never expect it from you.
Yeah, and my family would say yes. Like my family is big on like even growing up, like my family's always been, "Oh, well, this is your like, their family. They, you should love your family." No.
Hmm.
They did me dirty. Like, why would I want them in my
Yeah.
life? They don't gotta mean anything to me.
Yeah.
Like, no. That's not how it rolls for
Yeah.
me. I'm
I know
not a
people are big
person
on
that's
like, I mean, blood's thicker than water. It's like, actually,
cool.
sometimes the people that give you the most support aren't even your family at all.
Have you ever heard of oil? I bet you oil's
Yeah.
thicker than freaking
Yeah. Because I feel like
turmoil.
I 100% agree on like you picking your like your village. You know what I
hmm
mean? And sometimes your village is filled with people that are supposed to be there. And
hmm
sometimes, unfortunately, your village is full of people that you never thought would be there. They're not family. They're not like,
hmm
you know what I mean? That's just how like life goes. Like, so do you
Like
feel like
it's
you're different than your family in that aspect of like them
I'm
being
way
so,
different than my
yeah.
family. When my family sees me, they're like,
Mhm. I,
sometimes I'm a little much. I'm a little much. Much with how I dress,
mhm.
much with how I act,
Yeah.
much with my attitude.
Yeah. I think my
Because
family thinks that I'm different too.
my family's big on like if someone's causing a ruckus, they like sit on their hands, they know straight shit, and I'm like, all right, back up.
Yeah. No, for me,
I
I
gotta
think,
say it, or it's gonna make me mad that I
yeah.
didn't say it. So I have to say something, like especially when someone's acting a fool. I'll call you out and acting a
Yeah.
fool. I've called my grandparents out and acting a fool. Called
Yeah.
my aunts or uncles out and acting a fool. I've called my mom out on acting a fool. I will call you out if you're acting a fool. If
Yeah.
you're saying
No, a
something
hundred
that's not
percent.
okay to do,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm gonna call you out on it. Like you're
Yeah.
not going to get away with it, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like
That's how I feel
I'm
too.
gonna
And
make
then it's
you
like, it's one of
I'm
those
gonna
things
humble you.
where like you're the bad guy for saying anything too. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So it's like you have to just be like, I'm making the conscious like decision in this moment to tell you how it is. And I know that I'm going to still be made out to be the bad guy, but I'm still going to do it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is for me, at least. There's people who go through things like, I won't say specifically, but they'll go through things. And in my head, I'm like, that would never happen to me.
Yeah, they're not gonna
Like I would
try.
never let that slide. I would never let that just like happen and just go about my life. I would definitely go the fuck in like it's nobody's business. So
Mhm.
I do understand living like in like your truth that way, and also being like, that person said that to you, they would never do that to me. And that just shows you
Mhm.
people that like know they can do certain things to certain people and get away with it, you know? Because they're
Mhm.
like, oh, they're not gonna like say anything to me. I can just do it and walk away, you know?
Yeah.
Other people, they're like, I better not because like I feel like we're gonna get into an altercation. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they know, and that's what I don't like. I don't like picking and choosing. If you're gonna be a bitch 24/7.
Mhm.
Don't pick and choose. Like I hate people like bully types. Like that
Yeah, I
shit
had
pisses
I
me
had a
off.
really big friend group in college, right? And
Yeah.
there was this one girl who just started a lot of drama in my group, and I was just kind of over it.
Hmm.
So I told her I was over it in the group chat, and I said, "Guys, I'm exiting this group chat because I have no tolerance for this. You guys can be friends with her. I don't care, but we'll hang out on separate occasions. That's fine." She completely ghosted all of them, and so that made all of them not like her. And then she started spreading rumors about like our whole friend group and everything like that. And they even tried reaching out to her, but she didn't like that they were still friends with me. Like, I'm sorry that I called you out on your shit,
Yeah.
but you shouldn't treat people differently based on rumors you hear.
Yeah.
That's what she was doing. I wanted to add someone to our friend group to hang out, and she had some type of animosity to that girl's friend. And she was like, "Well, you better watch her, and you better watch who you're talking to, and you really need to keep your eyes on her." And I'm like, "Dude, she's a sweet girl." I'm like,
Yeah.
she's like, "Well, her friend, who gives a shit about her friend?
Hmm.
Is she her friend?
Yeah.
Like, you sound like a psychopath." Mind you, she was also really scared of my dog. Like, she was terrified of my dog. Tonka's like the sweetest Doberman ever.
Hmm.
She was terrified of Tonka. She'd start screaming. So when we'd have slumber parties, my mom's, we'd bring him in the room and we
Oh
would
my
kind of taunt her a little bit
god.
because we thought it was funny.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Tonka's sweet. Tonka would just sit there and like
Yeah,
lick
I
you,
don't get any.
but she'd be like, ah,
Oh my
and I'm like,
God.
girl, I'm like, he's so sweet. It's fine.
People who are scared
I'm
of
like,
small
it's
dogs.
fine.
I'm like, my small ass dog.
He's not small. Tonka's an 80-pound Doberman.
Well, like my small dog. People be like,
Now it
scared, and I'm
sounds so
like,
mean coming out of my mouth, but at the
my dog
same
is
time,
very feisty though. My dog's feisty. I have a little like dachshund. He's feisty as hell. He
oh, I
is.
can't wait to meet him. Oh, you have a dachshund?
Yeah, he's a dachshund mix though, so he's long haired.
I'm gonna buy you. I see
He's
so many wiener dog stuff. Now I'm gonna buy you a bunch of wiener dog
he's
stuff.
like weird. He's on like he's on like anti-anxiety medication. Like he has like a little
What's his
diffuser like
name?
by Harley.
Oh,
He has like a little diffuser by his like little like lay area where he like sleeps at night and stuff because he needs all those things to keep him calm. He's a psycho.
yeah.
Like he was off his meds one day, he's like agitated, moody, like a little asshole, pretty much. Like he's like a little kid. Like I told him like go to your crate. He'll literally like swing the door like with his nose. Like he's so dramatic. He is.
God,
But
I need to come around to your house
oh
and
my
just run
God.
around with them. I love chasing those things. Sounds
He
so
probably
bad.
gets scared and starts growling because he's like, "Get away from me!"
I love to like grab them. My little brother has a dachshund,
Mhm.
and he's a blue merle, and my husband loves to chase him. But it's so funny because he's like, arr, arr, arr. And my husband's just chasing around the kitchen.
No, I feel like Harley would try to bite you. Probably Harley's very like he's like.
How old is he?
He's 5. He's 5, and like he's scared of everything. Like we'll be going outside on a walk, and he's like constant. Like he just his eyes are like bloodshot by the time he comes back into the house. He's
like,
so scared.
I'm
like
terrified.
He'll be like taking a mid poop, and he'll hear a garbage truck, and he'll like stop everything and like want to like hurry up and go inside. Like he's just scared of everything.
Really?
I think it's because he's just like so like smaller than everything that he's
Cameron's
just like
dog
always
just
like
hurt one, so.
on like you know. It's so hard, but
They're so
this one I can admit that I'm toxic with this because sometimes I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing this, and that's it. And then like when they don't do that thing, I'm like, oh, how could they? But I'm like, wait, I don't think I ever had to talk with them and tell them I didn't want that.
Boundaries are all boundaries, if that makes sense. Some things just like let's take a few that let's have some recent Lexi talk of what I've had. Commenting on your child's name. When I go up to you in confidence and tell you what I'm going to name my child, I don't expect you to publicly or personally bash me in front of my face when that's saying of my child. You should know, as a human being, not to do that. I shouldn't have to remind you. I shouldn't have to remind you. That's silly. That's silly. We're grown people here. When I talk about trying to get pregnant, I shouldn't sit here and listen to all of your advice if you have the same thing. Like if someone else that was older than you had, PCOS, or someone who's older than me had endometriosis, I don't want to know what you did 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Because times have changed. And if I tell you that the first time, doesn't mean you keep slapping a dead horse over here.
Yeah. Especially because I'm sure you're trying different things and you have something that it's hard going through anything like that.
When people like are trying to get pregnant, it's every time you see them, they're like, "Are you pregnant?" Why do you gotta remind me?
Dude, tell me.
Like,
oh my God.
Like, shut up.
No, listen to this, okay? So I posted a TikTok, right? I posted a TikTok being like, you guys think I spend like a lot of money now, or I shop a lot now, like wait until I pop out a mini me. People at work have been asking if I'm pregnant.
I would have been like, leave me alone.
I'm like, what the heck? No. Like, first off, like I would never tell you. And second off,
why would I announce it in that way? That's my announcement.
No, actually, that's my yeah. So it's just like I think it's extremely rude to go around and ask people if they're pregnant or not. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Even if the woman looks 9 months pregnant, you do not ask her if she is pregnant.
It's just weird, especially when
unless
it's like
she wants to note that she's like buying something. She's like, oh, I can't wait till the baby gets here and touches her stomach, and you're like, oh, congratulations. But you don't go up to the woman that's 9 months pregnant and say, are you pregnant?
Especially when you know it's like someone. It's like especially. Oh, wait, I'm trying to like get this the right way. Don't ask if I'm pregnant, especially if you don't have any good intention behind it. Yeah. Like if I know this is just going to be like a new story for you to go gossip with, don't ask about me.
Like I have a lot of things going on in my life. A lot of people do. Like I seen the thing that you reposted the other day. Like if you were to put your problem.
Oh, I just had it here. I was going to talk about it.
If you put your problem in a hat with everyone else's problem in the world, would you trade it?
I would never. No.
I would not trade mine either. Because I look at what I have other than what I don't.
Yeah.
And it brings me so much joy. Like the other night I was sitting on my couch, in my comfy couch, watching my show with my blanket, and drinking my little drink and my little snacks, and I just like sat there and thought like, I'm really fortunate. I have everything I've ever wanted. I have a house that my husband renovated to please me. I have my little boy. I have my husband who's, by my side. He pisses me off, but he's by my side.
Yeah.
And I have all these wonderful things to be so thankful for. So even though if I don't have the things that I always want, I don't need to have the things that I always want. I can have just the bare minimum and be okay. Like my life is I'm very fortunate to have what I have. I've had what I wanted from when I was a kid.
Yeah. I feel like my life goal right now feels like being a mom. Because I feel like I've always thought about being a mom. Since I was like a kid, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to be a mom, like for sure. Like that's just going to be one of the things that I do. You know what I mean? Like I was no thought about it. And now that I'm at the point where I'm having a hard time becoming a mom and it's like scary figuring out where life's going to go and everything, it feels like that's like my life goal right now, being a mom. And while that's like so true, it's also like damaging because it's like it's in everything you do. You live in increments, you live in cycles, the next period, the next time I ovulate, the next appointment. You don't really live life like day to day, just taking it on as it comes. It feels like, okay, I'm going to be in this awkward situation until next week, and then we can try, and then I'm going to have anxiety until the next week, see if it worked. And if it didn't work, then I'm going to live in this like depressive state where I'm upset about it. And then I'll have hope again for that next week until we ovulate again. And then anxiety, you know what I mean? So it's just like you're in a constant like mode. And people are always like, just relax, it'll happen. But it's like, that's all fine, like the first year, but then after a while and years go by, you're like, okay, clearly it's not just going to happen. So it's just like, it becomes like anxiety and like scary. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
all the tests, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's just, it becomes like, it's hard. It's hard. And I'm not the only one who deals with it. People just don't talk about it, but I'm like, why not talk about it? I shouldn't be ashamed. I used to be ashamed of like having issues getting pregnant, but then I was like, it's really common actually. Even more now ever. I guess they have the lowest rates right now of births, like ever than ever. They just don't have as many births. And I was like, for pregnant people. And I think it's because like just this world, what we eat, what we consume, all the plastics, like I think that's like a biggest problem. Like my husband and I talk about going like non-toxic all the time, but that's so hard.
Non-toxic?
What does that mean? Non-toxic. So like you don't use pans that have like the non-toxic, what is it called? The non-stick? Non-stick, that's toxic. Some of them can be toxic. And then you're scraping them onto your food and you're like cooking with it and then you're eating it. Or like when you shop a lot on like Shein and stuff, like there's a lot of polyester, a lot of plastic. And that's just like on you, on your skin. You sweat with it, it gets into your pores. Like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's why it's good to have like 100% cotton. You're supposed to have. Like, girl, a lot of my stuff is like polyester. I'm sorry, but that's just how life goes. So it's like you really have to like your whole life has to kind of like get shifted in order for you to like be non-toxic. But okay, so let's kind of go back to protecting your peace. What did you get out of this? Like, what did you get out of everything that we said? Like, what is your take on everything? What is your one message to the people? I'll give one and you give one.
Don't let others try to dictate how you feel and try to make you feel less than who you are, because you're you. Stay by who you are, Don't let others try to bring you down from that.
And for me, I think mine is, if anybody in your life like mistreats you or makes you feel some type of way or just completely disregards your feelings, how you feel, what matters to you the most, they don't have to be around you in life. You have every right to be like, okay, actually it's not working for me. You're not bringing anything to the table anymore. Like, I need to leave this. Like, just because you've known that person for 15 years doesn't mean they just get to treat you however and you have to deal with it. So that's something that I had to learn. I had to learn that slowly. Like, oh wait, I can just like not talk to him anymore and distance myself and feel better. I know I could do that. I thought I had to like live with it. You know what I mean? But you don't have to. That's the fun thing about life. It's your life. You do what the fuck you want to do. So
yeah.
Just like we're doing this podcast right now, and it's the 3rd episode. Love you guys. Yes. Bye.
See you next time.